Sheffield has a proud history of being a welcoming city for people of all races, faiths and cultures. Sheffield is a multicultural, divisive city we see in our sports, in our schools, universities, restaurants, shops and music. Sheffield sets the beacon for others to follow as the first city of the sanctuary in the UK supporting these who need help, young and old, engaging. Make them welcome, accepting, making our city one Sheffield, but one with many cultures. These refuses to divide by our poisonous rhetoric of extremists who would divide us. Events like this offer an opportunity for us to show our unity. Unison, the UK's largest public sector trade union, congratulates One Sheffield Many Cultures on organising these now annual events which allow us to enjoy and celebrate to our young people the rich and diverse country which brings our great city together. We should be proud of the young people, our future. Let us celebrate together. I hope we will all enjoy the music and dancing today and take this back to our own communities.
Thank you very much, Colin. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can say it's me. I was born in Ivory Coast. Therefore I speak French. Well, of course, in Ivory Coast you have 63 different languages. 63. In Nigeria you have over 100. I think Congo, RDC, they have around more than 200 different languages. So if you take a Congo, it's a bit like it's so big, that country. You take France, Germany, Spain, Italy. Italy, put all of them together. Congo is still bigger. And they have around 200 something languages. Can you imagine that? Wow. But in Ivory Coast, we have 63. So everybody speak French. And in Ghana, roughly like Ivory Coast, nearly the same size. Everybody speak English there at school. It was an English colony. So therefore you will be seeing English people maybe. African Caribbean also you will see that. English are part of it. The African, you have England are part of it. Some people also from the Middle East, England has something to do with it. So therefore multicultural is being able to be yourself. Don't deny yourself. Right? You have a different kind of pen. You love painting nice pictures of yours, I don't know, of something or of yourself. But you do that with different colors. Sheffield is like that. So please don't worry. You need to be careful. You see our eyes? Our eyes is dangerous. It fools us. You need to make sure your brain is in control of it. Because your eyes is telling you that I'm a black man, right? Yeah, I can see. Your eyes just told you that I'm a black man. But your brain will tell you that I'm a human being like yourself. Right? So we speak the same language. As long as we can communicate in English, we can understand each other. That's it. She's coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Wattara. I haven't got his patter. You'll have to excuse me, but 6 years ago I got involved with One Sheffield Many Cultures because I donate my husband to a Sheffield school every day. He goes in looking reasonably okay and he comes home in tatters most of the time. But one of the things that he does bring home with him are stories of some of the amazing kids that he meets. the things that they do, the way that they overcome all sorts of things in their life to get through their exams. And a lot of the things that they're doing in school, alongside the education that they're having, is what brings them to our festival today. When we first started to excite their interest in coming to perform, naturally, because there's a big celebrity culture now, they all thought they'd go straight from here to the same amount of fame as the Kardashians and other sorts of people. And we've had to tell them that they can't promise on that. But if you think back to the history in Sheffield of young students who've gone into music, in my generation it was Phil Oakey. There've been other people since who you're more familiar with. If you look at what some people achieve as a result of getting into music, the first thing that you notice is the amount of people they're meeting from other cultures. One Sheffield Many Cultures celebrates all the communities in Sheffield and the contribution that they make. And the place where they meet most of all is in school, first of all. You go to school when you're little, you might go to preschool, and you're meeting children who you would never normally meet. And as you grow through the school system, you make friends in those communities, and you recognise that the one thing that combines and bonds us is that we all share the same stuff. We all have the same sorts of families, we all have the same sorts of worries, we all have the same sorts of interests. So when we do them together, we grow as an individual. What One Sheffield Many Cultures has been doing over the last 6 years is going into schools and encouraging people to look at how valuable it is for you as an individual to grow together and learn from what other people teach you about the way they live their life. So what I'm hoping you'll do today is when you go home, if you've got children in schools, or grandchildren, or you're an auntie or an uncle, go into that school and ask them whether they participate in our festival. Encourage them to get more involved if they don't know anything about it. You don't have to be the world's best singer, you don't have to be the world's best dancer, you just have to love what you do and be willing to come and show us how much you enjoy doing it. There are lots of people coming today who are going to pick up on this message. Paul Blomfield, the MP for Central, is coming to talk to you in a minute. He's going to be picking up on the practical stuff that they do on behalf of people in education now. We know there's some big fights going on to be able to maintain things like music, like the performing arts. All the things that the people who are coming today to perform need to have an opportunity to be involved with, and which are being cut out of the school curriculum. People like Paul go and fight on your behalf as parents and on behalf of the next generation of young people who are coming up. So we hope that you'll give a big welcome to all the kids who perform, encourage them to stay involved in what they're doing because it's good for them in their life as they grow up, and let your local MPs and representatives know how you want them to work on your behalf to keep these things going as well. Thanks for coming today. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you very much, Jay. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Paul Blomfield, MP for Sheffield Central. Paul will tell us a bit about Sheffield. Can you please welcome Paul, please?
Thanks very much, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here again. I do try and get along to this event as often as I can when it's held, because I think this is a brilliant organisation and it's a brilliant event celebrating the very best of Sheffield. I was brought up in Sheffield in the 1960s, a long time ago, and I don't look that old. But then it was a very different city. We have changed enormously over the years because we have welcomed people who are coming to work in our factories, in our hospitals, and building a new life. We set ourselves as the country's first city of sanctuary and have welcomed people fleeing conflict and persecution from around the world. And we've welcomed many international students at our two great universities. And last time I counted, we are a city whose people now draw their origins from more than 120 countries speaking more than 150 languages. And I just think that's fantastic. Don't believe those who would point their fingers and try and stir up trouble between communities. We are a stronger, richer, better city for the multiculturalism that we now represent and the origins of all the people who now make up Sheffield. One of the issues that we're facing at the moment, and I'm going straight from here, even if it's raining, to be campaigning on, is the vote that we've got on the 23rd of June. And that, in a sense, you know, is being used by those who would see us exit the European Union as a sort of lightning rod for discontent, for the angry people, for the people who will want to put up the shutters and want to pull the duvet up over their head and not work together with our neighbours in addressing the world's problems. People who don't want to celebrate the sort of city that we are now, people who don't want to celebrate the sort of cultural mix that's provided this afternoon. And so I do hope that everybody here will recognise not only the kind of arguments and the numbers that you see about trade and everything else, but will actually recognise that this vote on the 23rd of June is a vote about what sort of country do we want to be. Do we want to put the shutters up? Do we want to close our doors? Do we want to say that we can somehow tackle all the big issues, whether it's the refugee crisis, whether it's climate change, that we can tackle those issues alone by closing our ears and closing our eyes? And I hope that people will vote to be part of the world, to be part of the European Union, to work with our neighbours. At the moment that vote is very much in the balance, and so not only people here today, but I hope that people will go away, persuade their friends, make sure that you actually cast your vote. If you're not going to be around on the 23rd of June, get a postal vote. This is an important vote in terms of what sort of country do we want to be. I think tonight, this celebration that we've got today is a big statement from all of you who are involved. I think that should be reflected in a vote to remain in the European Union on the 23rd of June. Thanks very much.